I've run over 3,000 miles with this watch and I'm going to tell you all about it. This is of course the COROS Pace 3 and I made a video about it 2 years ago now when I first got it, comparing it to Garmin, which I moved from, and the video did pretty well, so I thought I'd follow it up 2 years later with how I've got on with this watch, because it's still going more than strong. I've now got the heart rate monitor as well. Let's grab that. I now use the heart rate monitor as well in conjunction with the watch, and it is a fantastic setup and not one I'm planning on moving away from anytime soon. So I'm going to tell you what you actually need to know about this watch and a bit about whether you should get this over the Pace 4 that they have only just released. Let's take a look at it. First of all, it's a pretty no-frills watch. Its focus is on lightweight performance, good GPS tracking, and running is its main sport. It does do a lot of other sports and multi-sport tracking, but really running is what it's made for. It is incredibly lightweight. It comes with either a silicone band, which is this one, or a nylon band, which I've also tried out. Both of them super comfortable. I just kind of have preferred the silicone one. A little bit faster drying, all of those kind of little things just work well. I would use the nylon one if I didn't have the heart rate monitor though, because I do get better heart rate stats with the nylon over the silicone. It has got a memory in pixel display, so that is this thing that doesn't look absolutely fantastic, to be honest. Like, it's pretty old as it goes. They've just updated that in the COROS Pace 4 with the AMOLED display, which is bright, vibrant, loads more colors. But to be honest, for this kind of watch, especially at the time it was released, it's pretty perfect. Doesn't have to be anything special. Back to that kind of no frills watch kind of vibe. You can put your navigation and maps on here. You can plan routes on the COROS app, which is also incredibly easy to use. You can put them on the watch, follow it using breadcrumb navigation. It doesn't have like downloadable maps, but you can see the line of your route. I've used that loads and loads of times and never got lost, or at least not lost because of the watch, lost because of my own stupidity. You can also make workouts on the computer or on your phone and download them to the watch, so you can do them without having to like manually lap your watch. It just tells you what to do and when to do it, which is a brilliant feature and one that I used last week in a session. So I think before we get into any more details about this watch, we should probably check out, and I did a threshold session with the plan a workout feature on the COROS Pace 3. Let's head to Exhibition Park. Welcome to Exhibition Park, a classic training place for me, and this is where I'm going to show you some quite cool features about COROS. Now, I know you get these in a lot of other watches, but I'm just going to show you how it works in COROS. I don't use this feature all too much because a lot of the sessions I do are just to time, I'm just manually lapping my watch, but for a session like today, it's very useful to plan your workouts ahead. So I can bring up the COROS app, and yes, it's already got this. I'm on the warm-up right now, so it's already got that. But on my training calendar, I've put in a plan for what I want to do today, and that is the warm-up and the cool-down, and then also 8 by 1 kilometer. So you can go onto your laptop or on your phone, plan a workout in. I work in miles, so it's just a bit annoying changing my watch from miles to kilometers, so I might as well just plan in the workout. That means I know I can hit all the right paces and all the right recoveries. So I've got 8 by 1 kilometer on the cards at a pace of 3:40 to 3:45 with 1 minute of rest at just a recovery jog. There's no target set for that at all. First, I've got to do a couple of strides. So we're going to get right into the workout. I'm going to show you a bit of how it works. I'll show you what it looks like while you're running the workout as well. And it's a lovely day for a bit of threshold. Let's get right into it. Yes, I had the camera in my mouth for that shot. Wasn't very comfortable or glamorous. 8 by K, let's go. There we go, rep 1 done. Beeping at me a lot because I was trying to find the pace, but that's alright. It's 5th one down, heart rate is at 180, thanks to the COROS heart rate monitor. You can't see it, but it's there, I promise. And I'm sorry, but I've got to stop talking because I need to recover. To be honest, I'd say that was pushing
the definition of threshold, especially in the second half. But you know, I think I need those kind of sessions at the moment. The fact that the workout was already planned in there definitely kept me going through that, because I just thought I couldn't stop as much. Obviously I could have done, but good motivation. Let's go home and look at some of the stats, because COROS just updated about a month ago, some pretty cool little insights. So let's go home and check it out.
There we go, that's the session done. I've come to this side of the screen, so up here I can put all of my stats. As you can see, working through the COROS app, there are plenty of stats to choose from, and actually a few more than there were a couple of months ago. The good thing about this watch as well is you get regular updates, firmware updates, that add new features. It's not like once you've got the watch, that is it. They're pretty generous with giving features to older models. And you can see things like your usual stuff, your pace, heart rate. You've also got things like stride length, ground contact time, all that kind of stuff, which if you're into that is fantastic. I like having a look at it every now and then. I don't live by it, but it's interesting to know and useful to have there. But the main thing is that pace and heart rate. And as you can see by that heart rate graph, this is a very accurate piece of kit. You can even see where the hills were. There's a little bit of a rise in that route at the end of each rep. And you can see as the hill's getting a bit earlier into each rep, my heart rate just rockets at the hill basically and stays up for the rest of the rep. Probably says something about my fitness. Unfortunately, this watch doesn't give you magic fitness. But yeah, loads and loads of stats to choose from, very accurate, gets all uploaded to Strava, of course, because that's where you want the kudos to reign in. But I also spend quite a lot of time looking at my sessions in the COROS app as well. More generally, the app itself is fantastic. You've got loads of things like your training load, your training status, running fitness, that kind of stuff that you can look to keep up with. Yes, this isn't particularly unique to COROS. Garmin has its own equivalent. I found COROS to be a bit more accurate, especially the training load. It's a lot better. I mean, maybe that's because I'm now using a heart rate monitor, to be fair, but it seems to match kind of what I'm feeling in my training load a lot more. Running efficiency as well, that's quite nice to see. The running fitness is still a little bit off, as it is with every app, I think, in the sense that I know I'm a lot better at 5K than I am at the marathon, for example, because I've never done one. So although I think I could right now run a faster 5K than COROS is suggesting, I could definitely not run a 2:43 marathon or whatever it's suggesting. So that's always a bit out of whack, which means my aerobic easy runs can seem a bit worse. I don't know. It's not something that I bother myself too much with, but as watches go, of the Garmin and COROS that I've used, COROS has been the most accurate by far. So let's get into some likes and dislikes of this wonderful little piece of kit. First of all, and this is probably my main like of it, is that it is simple and easy to use. There's not a lot of faff. You don't get woken up with a good morning message telling you what the weather is. All of the data is there for you to see, and it doesn't really judge you about it. It does tell you whether your sleep was like fair, good, poor, whatever like that, but it doesn't shove it down your throat, and I think that's what I really like about this. It's just kind of collecting the data and spewing it out to you. It's not judging you in any way, and that makes it very simple to view what you want to view and not what you don't want to see. If I do an easy run, however long I do, an hour easy run or whatever, I don't need to see all the stats. I don't want to know that, and it's very good at just giving you what you need to know in a very simple, easy to read fashion. It's also super lightweight. I had the Forerunner 245 before this, which to be fair compares pretty similarly, but it's got a really sleek kind of body. It's very lightweight. I don't think about it being on my wrist at all. I wear it 24/7 and literally don't notice it anymore, which is fantastic. The COROS Pace 4 is very similar in size. I think they've made it even lighter, so it'll feel even less on your wrist, which is pretty incredible. The battery life on this is fantastic. I have to charge it probably like once every 6 days or something like that, and I'm using it absolutely every day for at least one run. So I'm putting this through the ringer quite a lot, and after 2 years of constant use, and probably charge it once every 6 days, something like that. It's not something that gets in the way of my training and my life. It takes like an hour to charge fully. That isn't even a factor I think about the battery life. Really, really good. And again, something they've just improved on the Pace 4 to even more, which is incredible. The GPS accuracy is also really, really good, and I like the fact that you can change how accurate the GPS is. So you've got all the way from just the standard GPS, which gives you the most battery life, all the way down to all systems on, which will be really, really good if you're in like a forest or something like that, or a city. You're gonna get the most accurate GPS out of that, and I like the fact you can change it. A couple of times I've been on holiday, not taken my charger, running a bit low, and I've just turned the GPS down a little bit, and that's given me a couple of hours more of battery life. Really useful, and I don't think I've ever had any runs that have had really dodgy GPS. Had the odd bit here and there, but in comparison to Garmin, this GPS has been absolutely perfect. The data screen selection for the running is really, really good. These days I'm pretty simple when it comes to my data screens. For an easy run, the main screen is just distance and time, and that is it. I don't really look at it, but when I'm doing a session, it's really useful to have a bit more information. It's easily customizable via the app. There are some people that don't like that you can't customize it on the watch, which I get, but I've always got my phone with me anyway, and it's easier to do it on a phone than it is to do on a watch. There are plenty of options. Every stat you could want on your screen, you can get. I was a big fan of running with like 6 data screens or whatever on my watch, and now I'm a bit more simple. You can have anything you want on there, and it's very clear and easy to read as well. And finally, something that a lot of people are unsure about, so I want to clarify this. This little scroll wheel is quite unique to COROS. It's also a button, you press it in, that's how you start and stop, but you also scroll up and down the watch just like this. You scroll up and down like that. And to be fair, it's very, very intuitive. There are people that say it gets in the way, everything like that. I really don't think it does. I've never had a problem with accidentally doing it. A couple of times in the winter, if I'm wearing a coat or gloves, it can scroll it a little bit. But apart from that, I've never had a problem with it. And I've turned the touchscreen off on mine. I just don't ever use a touchscreen on my watch. So I only use that scroll wheel, and it's brilliant. It works really well. It's very intuitive. Once you got used to it, I think I'd struggle to go back to just button pressing, to be honest. And in the interest of fairness, I should probably do some dislikes, although there aren't very many, to be fair. The first one is the outdated display. I mean, I haven't really thought about it until recently when the Pace Pros come out and the Pace 4, and I look at those displays and think, yeah, that's a really nice, bright, clear display, especially on the Pace Pro. To be honest, I still don't mind this. Like, it's absolutely fine, perfect for what I need it for, but it would now be nice to have that better display, especially with the likes of Garmin going to pretty much all of their range having that really nice display. The mapping is a little bit difficult to use. It's actually just got better recently, but when you're in the map mode, to pause it, you have to kind of press a couple of buttons, scroll down a little bit, and I've got very used to it now, but it's just a bit kind of difficult to use sometimes if you're not used to it. It does also only have that breadcrumb navigation, and I think it'd be really useful if it did have slightly better map. The breadcrumb is absolutely fine. City running is brilliant. I've found a couple of times when I'm out on the trails or in the middle of nowhere, it's just not quite accurate enough to tell which side of a hedge you are, something like that. Don't even know if that would be improved by having full-on maps, but that is something that I'd like a little bit better, is the mapping features just to be upgraded. But again, they've kind of done that in their Pace Pro, and I'm not sure about the Pace 4, but I think the mapping's still breadcrumb, but a little bit more accurate. And the only other thing is the optical heart rate. It's probably not the best heart rate monitoring on the back of this, which is partly why I got this. That's all right. I switched to the nylon strap even when I got this watch, and it became a lot more accurate, and then I just got the heart rate monitor anyway. I've had a few weird instances with the heart rate monitor where it doesn't like pick up quickly enough at the start of a session, like the first rep or two will be in the 140s, and I guarantee I won't be there. So that's a little bit weird, but apart from that, this has been super, super accurate. I wear it for literally every single one of my runs and has made some very, very nice graphs of clearly, accurately depicting my heart rate. It's a little bit too honest though for my liking. I'd like it to be kind of 5 beats lower a couple of times just to gas me up a bit. So much better than a chest strap, really accurate. 65 quid, it's quite a lot for a heart rate monitor, but from the use you get out of it, I think it's pretty perfect. I don't really have any other dislikes, to be honest. It is a pretty perfect watch. Oh, the charging port can sometimes be a bit weird. I've had to place it in the right position sometimes. Yeah, that's kind of it, to be honest. So there we go, the COROS Pace 3. I love this watch. It has been on my wrist for 2 years and will be on my wrist for quite a lot longer unless I get tempted by a Pace Pro, Pace 4, or COROS want to send me one. love this watch. I have no intention of moving away from COROS in the near future. I think they do a fantastic job tracking my runs. I'm very committed to this watch. It would be interesting to upgrade to the Pace 4. I think if you've got the Pace 3, you don't need to upgrade to the Pace 4 because this is like value for money wise, this watch doesn't really get much better. It's like £190, £200 at the moment, which is really, really good for all the stats you get. Yeah, you don't get all those kind of smartwatch frills, but it's such a solid watch for the actual sport tracking. At the end of the day, it's a solid, reliable watch, and that is why I love it so much. It's gonna be on my wrist for a while. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, go on, give it a like, you know you want to. And if you've been here since my last one 2 years ago, then thank you very much for sticking around. This has been the COROS Pace 3, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.